Are you cleaning your house wrong? I don't mean missing a spot here and there. I mean fundamentally, completely wrong. Are you trapped in an endless cycle where no matter how much time you spend wiping, scrubbing, and organizing, the mess always comes back stronger than before? What if I told you this isn't your fault at all? That Western homes are designed to fail, cluttered from the ground up, while in Japan, families live in smaller spaces that somehow remain spotless, organized, and serene. Doesn't that make you wonder, what do they know that we don't? Here's the uncomfortable truth. In Japan, people have spent centuries refining habits, rituals, and design choices that prevent clutter before it even starts. They don't waste their lives battling chaos, like we do. They've built a system where order happens naturally, where cleaning takes minutes instead of hours, and where even a tiny apartment can feel like a perfectly polished sanctuary. Meanwhile, we buy storage bins, hire cleaners, binge decluttering hacks on the internet, and still live in homes that feel like a constant fight. In this video, I'm going to reveal 20 Japanese secrets for a minimalist, perfectly clean house that actually work. These aren't gimmicks or TikTok trends. They are deep-rooted cultural habits, backed by philosophy, science, and sheer practicality that make the Japanese home one of the most efficient living spaces on Earth. If you've ever felt like your house owns you, instead of the other way around, this is your wake-up call, because once you see how these secrets work, you'll realize you've been cleaning wrong your entire life. 20. The art of the genkan, the first line of defense against clutter. In Japanese homes, the genkan, or entranceway, isn't just where you take off your shoes. It's a sacred buffer zone that keeps the chaos of the outside world from invading your carefully curated space. In fact, surveys in Japan show that over 90% of households strictly enforce shoe removal before entering, which dramatically reduces dirt and dust carried inside. Think about it. One pair of sneakers can drag in bacteria, pesticides, and up to half a gram of soil per step. Multiply that by a family of 4 over a week, and your carpets and floors are practically an ecosystem of filth. Japanese minimalism starts here. Shoes are placed neatly facing the door, ready to slip back into when leaving, while slippers dedicated to indoor use ensure cleanliness inside. Some homes even have a secondary set of slippers for bathrooms to prevent cross-contamination. An overlooked but genius detail. Western homes often miss this layer of separation, but once you adopt it, cleaning becomes exponentially easier because you've eliminated the number one source of grime. This single ritual can reduce your vacuuming and mopping needs by up to 70%, giving you back hours of your life every month. Seasonal rotation. Living with what you actually need in Japan. Space is a premium, and the average Tokyo apartment is only 650 square feet, less than half the size of the typical American home. Because of this, households have mastered the art of seasonal rotation, storing away clothes, bedding, and even decor that isn't needed until the next season. This isn't just practical, it's psychological. Studies show that visual clutter increases cortisol stress hormone levels by nearly 30%, so when you only keep what's necessary in sight, your brain relaxes. Japanese families often use kiribako, cedar storage boxes that naturally repel insects and mold, to pack away seasonal items under the bed or in overhead cabinets. When summer arrives, thick futons and heavy duvets vanish, replaced by lightweight linens, creating an immediate sense of freshness and space. The same applies to wardrobes. Why wrestle with a closet stuffed full of winter coats when you won't need them for 6 months? This system forces you to reevaluate what you own, making it easier to donate or discard unnecessary items. The result? A home that feels perpetually light, clean, and perfectly adapted to the current season instead of suffocating under the weight of all 4 seasons at once. 18. Wabi-sabi surfaces. Embracing imperfection for easy maintenance. Unlike the Western obsession with glossy perfection, Japanese interiors often embrace the wabi-sabi philosophy. The beauty of imperfection, simplicity, and natural aging. What does this mean for cleaning? It means choosing surfaces and materials that don't show every speck of dust or smudge. Tatami mats, for example, are made from woven rush grass that naturally regulates humidity and masks dirt, reducing the need for constant scrubbing. Studies show tatami can absorb up to 500 milliliters of moisture from the air, acting like a natural dehumidifier that prevents mold growth. Wooden tables and floors are left with matte finishes instead of shiny varnish, so they don't scream at you every time a fingerprint lands. Stoneware dishes, favored over glossy porcelain, look more beautiful the more they're used. This design philosophy reduces stress because you're not constantly fighting a losing battle against perfect appearances. Instead, your home develops a lived-in elegance that's easier to maintain. When every surface is chosen with practicality in mind, cleaning becomes less about chasing impossible standards and more about preserving a natural harmony, leaving you with both a cleaner house and a calmer mind. The power of folding. Origami for your clothes. If you've ever seen a Japanese closet, you'll notice one shocking difference. Almost nothing is hung. Instead, clothing is meticulously folded, often stored vertically in drawers. A practice popularized globally by Marie Kondo, but rooted in centuries of Japanese efficiency. Folding clothes like origami isn't just aesthetic, it saves immense space. Studies show vertical folding can triple drawer capacity, turning a cramped dresser into a marvel of storage. Even more importantly, it prevents the hidden mess effect, where clothes shoved into piles become wrinkled, forgotten, or left unused. In Japan, every fold is deliberate, aligning seams and edges, creating uniform stacks that look like blocks of fabric. This has a psychological effect, too. Order on the outside creates order in the mind. When you open a drawer and can see every shirt at a glance, you reduce decision fatigue. One study found that cluttered wardrobes increase daily dressing time by 17 minutes on average. By folding instead of stuffing, you're not just cleaning your space, you're streamlining your life. It's clothing care as meditation, a ritual that transforms something mundane into a daily practice of precision and mindfulness. Kanso kitchen, the bare minimum cooking space. Japanese kitchens are famously tiny, often no bigger than 50 square feet, yet they are models of efficiency and cleanliness. The secret? The principle of kanso, keeping only the bare essentials. Instead of cluttering countertops with gadgets, the Japanese kitchen often has one knife, one cutting board, and a small number of multi-purpose tools. Research shows the average Japanese household owns 70% fewer small appliances than American households, yet they waste less food and spend less time cooking and cleaning. By having fewer tools, every item earns its place and is easy to clean and put away. Open shelving or transparent containers keep food visible, reducing spoilage, while compact dish racks encourage washing and drying dishes immediately after meals, eliminating the dreaded sink pileup. Rice cookers, the one must-have appliance, are cleaned daily, and storage boxes are labeled for everything from miso paste to dried seaweed, creating a system where nothing goes missing. The result is a kitchen that feels perpetually ready for use, not suffocated by unused gadgets. Adopting kanso in your kitchen means more than minimalism. It's a way of cooking and cleaning that cuts waste, saves time, and transforms chaos into calm. 15. The 10-minute futon ritual. Daily reset for mind and space. Unlike the bulky Western bed that dominates a bedroom, Japanese homes rely on the futon, which is rolled out at night and stored away in the morning. This daily ritual isn't just practical, it's transformative. A futon takes up only 10% of the space of a bed, instantly turning a bedroom into a multi-purpose room during the day. But the real magic is in the maintenance. Futons are regularly aired outside, often draped over balconies in the sunlight. UV rays naturally disinfect them, killing bacteria and dust mites, while the airing prevents mold in Japan's humid climate. Studies show that futons aired weekly contain 60% fewer allergens than mattresses kept indoors year-round. This routine also creates a powerful psychological reset. Each morning, you literally clear the space where you slept, starting the day with order and openness, instead of staring at an unmade bed. And at night, when you roll it out again, you're reminded that rest itself is a ritual, not just a collapse. By turning sleep into something you consciously prepare for, the futon habit keeps your home flexible, your air cleaner, and your daily routine rooted in simplicity and health. 14. The silent sweep. Daily broom meditation. Vacuum cleaners exist in Japan, of course, but they are not the default. Instead, many households still rely on a simple broom, or hoki, and a dustpan for daily cleaning. Why? Because sweeping isn't just about removing dirt. It's a ritual of mindfulness. Studies show that Japanese hardwood floors last nearly twice as long as Western ones, due to gentler daily maintenance. A broom reaches corners and tatami edges that a vacuum often misses, and the soft bristles don't grind dust deeper into crevices. The act itself is quiet, unlike the roar of a vacuum, allowing sweeping to become almost meditative. Monks in Zen temples sweep every morning, not just for cleanliness, but to purify the mind. Psychologists confirm that rhythmic, repetitive motions like sweeping can reduce stress and lower heart rates by up to 20%. Imagine, instead of blasting a noisy vacuum for 40 minutes once a week, you sweep silently for 5 minutes every day, keeping dirt from ever accumulating. Over time, the habit means you almost never have to deep clean. Your floors gleam, your air feels fresher, and your mind benefits from the daily pause. The broom is not old-fashioned. It's timeless efficiency. 13. The balcony ritual. Harnessing sunlight as a cleaner. One of the most fascinating Japanese habits is using balconies not just for views, but as mini cleaning stations. Futons, pillows, rugs, and even clothes are regularly aired outside in the sunlight, a practice called hoshiboshi. In a country with high humidity, this is essential. UV light kills bacteria and dust mites, while fresh air prevents musty smells. A study from the Japan Allergy Foundation found that airing futons for just 3 hours in direct sunlight reduces dust mites by up to 95%. You can't buy a spray bottle that effective. The balcony also becomes a drying station for laundry. No need for bulky electric dryers. In fact, over 80% of Japanese households line dry their clothes, saving both space and energy bills. This ritual connects the home to the natural rhythm of the day. You bring your things out in the morning, the sun refreshes them, and by evening, They return lighter, crisper, and cleaner. Even city balconies are transformed into extensions of the home's cleaning system. For those without outdoor space, Japanese homes often use special UV lamps indoors to mimic the sun. It's a low-cost, eco-friendly cleaning method that Western households rarely exploit. 12. Hidden storage. The illusion of spaciousness. Step into a Japanese home, and you might think, wow, so much open space. But the secret isn't less stuff. It's smarter hiding places. Tatami rooms often feature oshir, deep closets with sliding doors that conceal futons, bedding, and even entire wardrobes. Furniture is designed with hidden compartments. Stairs double as drawers. Tables lift to reveal storage, and even floorboards, sometimes open to tuck away seasonal items. In a country where the average family lives in under 700 square feet, this isn't just clever, it's survival. What makes this system genius is that everything is accessible but invisible. Unlike open shelving, which requires constant tidying to look presentable, hidden storage reduces visual clutter instantly. A 2019 study in environmental psychology found that rooms with concealed storage lowered reported stress levels by 23%, compared to identical rooms with visible storage. The logic is simple. What your eyes don't see, your brain doesn't have to process. By giving every item a place where it disappears, you create the illusion of space and calm, even in a tiny apartment. Hidden storage transforms a small, potentially chaotic home into a minimalist sanctuary. 11. The 5-minute evening reset. Japan's golden rule. After dinner, before bed, many Japanese families do a quick reset of their home, sometimes no longer than 5 minutes, but it changes everything. The practice is simple. Dishes are immediately washed, the kitchen wiped, cushions fluffed, and floors given a fast sweep or wipe. It prevents the dreaded morning mess syndrome, where yesterday's chaos greets you before you've even had coffee. Psychologists say this practice reduces morning stress by up to 40%, because waking up to an orderly environment makes you feel in control before your day even begins. In Japan, children are often trained early to join this ritual, making it a family routine rather than a chore dumped on one person. The cultural idea is that a clean home reflects respect, not only for yourself, but for everyone who lives there. Westerners often reserve cleaning for weekends, allowing clutter to compound. But this short evening reset is a masterstroke of maintenance. It's not about perfection, it's about ensuring every day starts on a clean slate. Over weeks and months, the accumulated effect is dramatic. Your home simply never reaches the disaster zone state that so many households struggle with. 10. The culture of decluttering gifts. Preventing clutter before it enters. One secret outsiders often miss is how Japanese culture prevents clutter before it even enters the home. In the West, we often accept every freebie, gift, or promotional item, then wonder why our drawers overflow with junk. In Japan, social customs and etiquette shape gift-giving toward consumables. Tea, fruit, high-quality sweets, or beautifully wrapped toiletries. Nothing that lingers uselessly. This cultural practice means households avoid accumulating random mugs, keychains, or knickknacks that clog storage. Even wedding gifts are practical cash envelopes, not bulky toasters or duplicate blenders. Statistics reveal that Japanese households donate or dispose of unwanted items nearly 40% faster than Western ones, because the cultural shame of hoarding outweighs the guilt of letting go. Minimalism here isn't just personal, it's social reinforcement. Seasonal cleanouts are common too, especially during Usuji, the big year-end cleaning ritual, when families declutter as a way to start the new year fresh. By controlling the inflow of unnecessary items, Japanese homes stay streamlined without constant effort. In contrast, Western clutter often begins at the door, with gifts nobody wanted in the first place. Japan's approach cuts off the problem at its root. 9. The multi-purpose room. One space, many lives in the West. Rooms are often locked into a single identity. The bedroom is just for sleeping, the dining room just for eating, the living room just for lounging. In Japan, rooms are designed to transform, sometimes multiple times in a single day. A tatami room in the morning may serve as a yoga or meditation space, in the afternoon as a workspace with a low table, and at night as a bedroom when the futon is rolled out. This isn't just clever. It's essential when the average Japanese home offers less than half the square footage of American houses. The genius lies in lightweight, movable furniture and foldable items that can vanish when not in use. Studies show that multi-purpose rooms reduce cleaning time by 30% because furniture is minimal and constantly shifted, preventing dust buildup in fixed corners. The psychological effect is even more profound. Instead of rooms cluttered with permanent furniture, your home feels alive, open, and adaptive. Every reset from one purpose to another is an act of mini-cleaning, ensuring that no single mess overstays its welcome. It's like living in a home that breathes with you, always in balance. 8. The culture of Kaizen. Tiny improvements, big results in Japanese factories. Kaizen means continuous small improvements, and this principle quietly shapes household organization as well. Instead of massive cleaning marathons, families make micro-adjustments every day. If a drawer feels crowded, 1 or 2 items are removed. If shoes pile up at the genkan, a rack is added. If the dish rack feels cramped, a folding type is swapped in. The point is never waiting until things spiral into chaos before acting. Data from home organization studies suggest households applying micro-adjustments cut annual cleaning hours by up to 150 hours compared to those who clean sporadically. The philosophy creates homes that are in a state of constant refinement, never letting clutter win. Psychologically, Kaizen eliminates the heavy mental burden of someday projects. Instead, every day holds a small victory, like improving a shelf or reorganizing a corner. Over time, these incremental changes accumulate into a space that feels effortlessly clean and efficient. Westerners often underestimate this. They look for dramatic overhauls, while Japanese minimalism thrives on the daily 1% improvements that prevent the mess from ever taking root. 7. Smart appliance. Minimalism. Only what truly adds value. Unlike Western kitchens and homes overflowing with single-use gadgets, Japanese households apply ruthless scrutiny to appliances. Do you really need that bread maker? Or does it just gather dust? In Japan, if an appliance isn't used weekly, it's out. Surveys show Japanese kitchens average just 9 core appliances, compared to nearly 25 in American homes. The survivors are ones that truly earn their keep. The rice cooker, water boiler, compact washing machine, and fridge. By reducing the appliance load, 2 things happen. First, counter space and storage space instantly expand, making kitchens easier to clean. Second, there's less mental noise, fewer cords, fewer broken gadgets waiting for repair, fewer manuals cluttering drawers. Maintenance becomes easier too. Cleaning one multi-purpose appliance daily is less stressful than juggling dozens you barely touch. A Japanese rice cooker, for instance, isn't just for rice. It makes porridge, steamed veggies, even cakes. This mindset transforms your kitchen from a graveyard of forgotten gadgets into a streamlined laboratory of efficiency. The result? Fewer surfaces to dust, fewer headaches, and a home where everything present truly serves your life. 6. Kotatsu living. Heating people, not empty rooms. One of Japan's most ingenious minimalist secrets isn't about decluttering, it's about how you use energy. Enter the Kotatsu. A low table covered with a thick quilt and a heater underneath. Instead of wasting money heating entire rooms, families gather around the Kotatsu, creating a shared, cozy space. This tradition, dating back hundreds of years, drastically reduces utility bills. Studies from Japan's energy agency show that Kotatsu use can lower winter heating costs by up to 40%, because heat is focused only where people are. But here's where it ties back to cleaning. Less central heating means less dust circulation, fewer dry surfaces, and a gentler environment for wooden furniture and tatami mats. The Kotatsu also encourages minimalist living, because the room is oriented around a single focal point, eliminating the need for bulky sofas or entertainment systems. The space remains open, flexible, and easier to maintain. Culturally, it reinforces togetherness, reducing clutter from everyone scattering across separate rooms. It's not just a heating hack. It's a lifestyle that combines efficiency, family bonding, and minimalist living in one brilliant piece of furniture. Shoji screens, flexible walls that simplify cleaning in Japanese architecture. Shoji, the iconic sliding paper doors, aren't just beautiful. They are organizational weapons. Unlike heavy Western walls or swinging doors that eat up space, Shoji glide effortlessly, dividing or opening rooms at will. This flexibility means you don't need redundant furniture or multiple rooms for different functions. One room can transform instantly, echoing the multi-purpose principle. But here's the cleaning advantage. Shoji have flat, simple surfaces that are easy to dust, unlike textured walls or heavy drapes that collect grime. Their paper panels also diffuse light, reducing the need for excessive lamps and cutting back on electronic clutter. Studies on traditional Japanese interiors show that homes with shoji have 30% fewer dust allergens compared to homes with fabric curtains. When panels tear, they're not replaced with bulky new frames, just a fresh sheet of rice paper, cheap and sustainable. This cycle of renewal reinforces the minimalist mindset. Don't cling to worn-out things. Refresh them simply and efficiently. Shoji make the home breathable, bright, and adaptable, turning cleaning into a quick, graceful process rather than a battle with heavy fixtures. They embody the Japanese genius of blending beauty, simplicity, and practicality. 4. Usuji, the great year-end cleaning ritual. While Western cultures often clean for spring, Japan has Usuji, a nationwide deep cleaning ritual at the end of December. Families don't just wipe surfaces, they cleanse every corner of the home, office, and even schools. Windows are polished, tatami mats lifted, and vacuumed underneath, light fixtures washed, and every single drawer sorted. The symbolism: you don't carry old dirt and old energy into the new year. Surveys show over 90% of Japanese households participate in Usuji, and it's considered as vital as New Year's meals. But this isn't just cultural, it's practical. Deep cleaning once a year prevents buildup of grease, mold, and clutter that would otherwise take triple the effort later. Psychologists have measured that households who participate in year-end cleaning report 35% lower stress entering January compared to those who skip it, linking it directly to improved mental health. Usuji also strengthens family bonds, as everyone from grandparents to children takes part. It transforms cleaning from a dreaded solitary task into a collective event, reinforcing responsibility and shared pride in the home. By resetting the home annually, you start each year not just fresh, but free of the silent weight of neglected clutter. 3. Respect for tools. Cleaning as care, not core. A little-known Japanese secret is the reverence for cleaning tools themselves. The broom, cloth, and bucket aren't cheap throwaways. They're treated as partners in maintaining harmony. In Shinto tradition, objects are believed to hold spirit, which creates a culture of respect. After use, mops are rinsed thoroughly, brushes shaken clean, cloths sun-dried instead of crumpled in a corner. Data from household studies reveal that Japanese cleaning tools last 2 to 3 times longer than their Western counterparts because they're maintained like heirlooms. This mindset shifts cleaning from drudgery into ritual. You're not just scrubbing floors, you're engaging in an act of gratitude toward the tools that help you. Many Japanese households even have designated storage spaces just for cleaning items, keeping them accessible but tidy, reinforcing that they're part of the home system rather than hidden afterthoughts. Psychologists argue that this respectful relationship makes people less likely to procrastinate cleaning, since they see it as an act of partnership rather than punishment. By adopting this, your mop stops being that annoying thing you drag out once a week and becomes a trusted ally in keeping your sanctuary pure. The practice of empty space. Ma as a cleaning philosophy. In Japanese aesthetics, ma refers to the intentional use of empty space, not as a void, but as a presence. Homes are designed with stretches of uncluttered floor or blank wall that act as breathing room for the eyes and the mind. How does this connect to cleaning? Empty space is the easiest thing in the world to maintain. No furniture to dust, no objects to trip over, no endless rearranging. It reduces cleaning by subtraction. Studies in design psychology show that rooms with 30% negative space are perceived as twice as large and twice as clean compared to cluttered ones of the same size. By deliberately leaving gaps between furniture, between decorations, you not only create harmony, but you cut the work needed to keep things spotless. Japanese homes rarely cram shelves full of trinkets. Instead, one vase or scroll in a tokonoma alcove is enough. This restraint means every item displayed has significance, and cleaning that single piece is effortless. Western homes often chase fullness, but Japanese ma shows that true cleanliness is born in emptiness. The less you own, the more powerful what you keep becomes, and the less you ever have to scrub. 1. Cleaning as spiritual purification. The Zen core. The ultimate Japanese secret is not a technique, it's a mindset. Cleaning is seen as an act of purification, both physical and spiritual. In Zen Buddhism and Shinto tradition, sweeping the floor is equivalent to sweeping the mind. Wiping a table is wiping away stagnant energy. Monks in temples spend hours daily cleaning, not because the space is dirty, but because the act itself is meditation. Neuroscientists back this up. Repetitive cleaning movements reduce anxiety and activate the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine that makes you feel accomplished. In Japan, children learn this at school, where students are responsible for cleaning classrooms. No janitors swoop in. This early practice instills the belief that cleanliness is not labor imposed on you, but respect you. Show your environment. Culturally, it means homes are maintained not out of obligation, but as ongoing spiritual care. The result? Spaces that feel lighter, calmer, almost sacred. In the West, we dread cleaning days as chores. In Japan, it's elevated into a way of life that aligns body, mind, and home. When you adopt this perspective, cleaning stops being endless work and becomes a ritual that transforms your house into a sanctuary of peace.